Welcome to this look at a new mod map to Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the HORSCH aggravated map. I know it's not the HORSCH aggravation map. There's going to be a couple of rants. I'm going to say that. There's going to be a couple of rants in this map tour. I'm still going to do the map tour, of course I am. We'll have a look around, see what's what. It's got all the FS25 stuff, and it's got NPCs, and it has a required mod as well, believe it or not. The HORSCH Pronto pack is a required mod from Giants. And what I'm going to say is, to start off with, this came up today. Giants have released another free content bundle with some equipment and machinery. There's a few bits and bobs. And again, this is stuff from FS22 that wasn't in the base game prep for FS25 and is being included now. And what also came out today was the HORSCH aggravation pack. It's not a pack. I know I'm being pedantic, but you had to change the word from pack to map. That was it. Because on FS19, on FS22, when the HORSCH aggravation pack came out, both of them were packed with extra equipment and machinery. I think on FS22 it was 14 items when it came out of new equipment and machinery. On 19 there was all sorts of cool stuff. There was a slurry tanker with tracks and a whole load of stuff. So to leave that as an aggravation pack, I personally think is misleading. Okay? Because then when you click on it, it says aggravation map modded after the original Kněžmost in the Czech Republic. Okay, so that's I'm not going to mention that again. I'm just saying that. Okay, what is cool about this map? Well, it needs to find its bearings. Why are we doing this? There we go. What I loved about this when this very first came out, and there have been a few iterations of this map now. Kněžmost in the Czech Republic, the HORSCH training facility, which is what this is based on. At the training facility, they used the Farming Simulator map to train their staff to get used to the layout of the facility and where everything was. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So anyway, this is 650.84 megabytes to download. We are at the starter farm anyway. It's 1,045 slots on New Farmer. On Farm Management Start from Scratch, that comes down to 938 because you don't start with any of the equipment or machinery. So, what are we looking at? Well, it's the same map. It's the same map because it's the same location. It is a real place in the real world. This is the training centre, or a training centre, don't know if there's multiple, for HORSCH. And they own a lot of the fields around the area, varying in sizes, as you can see. On New Farmer, we start with these two fields here and the main plot. If we go across to, there we go, farmland, we start with all of this, and there's good and bad, positive and negative. Let's say that rather than good and bad. You can buy the land here, so you can put other stuff on, silos, buildings, whatever it is you might want to do. We start with this plot here, which is a separate plot. We start with this plot here, which is a separate plot. But this one here is bought separately, and this one here is also bought separately. So on New Farmer, you start with all of it, but if you want all those separate bits on Farm Management Start from Scratch, you're going to have to purchase them. Now, this is another one of those maps where, like I say, there are various different field sizes. We've got small field here, we've got some forestry bits down here, and Noah's down here, and some small fields here. We've got some mid-sized fields, ranging, 345 grand, 504, that's not too bad. And as you can imagine, contracts are available on this map. There are no custom crops. It's all the base game crops. It's an FS25 Giants map. As you can imagine, when a contract comes up on field 4, it's a contract. Let's see what we've got at the moment. Fertilising and wood transport. Actually, not too bad. So contracts plus, we've got the wood transport and things like that. Let's go back up to the map. So yeah, if you want to pick up field 4, you're looking at 5,504,856. So yeah, there's some small, there's some mid-size, and there's some larger ones. Even that, which in comparison to that, you think, oh, it's not too big. Still 2.5 million. So, it's going to cost you a few quids, to say the least. As far as build mode goes, there's nothing added in over and above all the Farming Simulator 25 base game stuff. So all the Farming Simulator 2025 stuff is here available, all the factories, all that kind of stuff. None of it is on the map, but it is all available to use should you want to. So what we're going to do is turn around very quickly, whiz over here. Ben lives at this house, right by the entrance to the horse facility. So if you want to have a chat to Ben, you can. When we come into the facility, Walter is just over here, also available for a chat if you want. He gets around, doesn't he? Well, they all do, I suppose. All over the place. We have got a pickup there, which we're going to use in just a moment. Pretty much all the building stuff we can go into. I can't remember if this door opens. I know the lights turn on the outside of the building if you want to turn it on. We have got a door that opens along here. So pretty much all the buildings can be accessed if you want to. Again, it depends what kind of scenario you're running. Actually, if I run round this, we'll come back at the pickup in a minute. I say run round. What I found interesting was I jumped back on 22 and on 19 to double check the map for a couple of things I wasn't sure about. And when you do the run on FS25, it's slower than the run on 22. I only just realised that. We've got a class harvester and header just there. These buildings, as I said, these are all openable. These pallets are decorative. These aren't, you don't own those. If we come into this large building here, and there's another one, I've opened the store here. This one is kind of, again, storage. Just there. As are all the garages across there. They're all openable and you can use them, have a fiddle around. If we come into here, we've got a workshop. So workshop trigger is just here. This is also our home base, home plate. I think we can open this one, can't we? Oh no, top of the stairs we can though. If we come up to the top of the stairs and open this door into the lounge area, and we open this door just here, we've got our sleep trigger, and in here we've got our wardrobe trigger. So if you've got some long days, late nights, you might want to crash on the sofa here at the office. So there you go. That's your sleep and wardrobe trigger. Come back out here, and just over here we've got a liquid fertilizer storage tank. Now it says 5,000 litres for taking out. And then we come to here, we've got our dialogue box for it. They're a refill silo. What I'm curious about, let's do that. Did I dream that? That said 5,000 litres, didn't it? Oh, did I just put 35,000 litres in? I thought it said 3,500. Anyway, we've got, yeah, it was 35, not 3,500. This will hold 40,000 litres of liquid fertiliser, which I just bought. Whoops. Anyway, we'll go around the back of this building. We've got a fence there with a trailer on the back of it. We come round the side of these buildings here. Again, we can go into pretty much all of them. So for storage, facilities and things like that, all good. We've got a white tractor, and this is the Horse Pronto pack. So we've got the Horse Pronto just here. We've got the Horse Maestro just here with the front tank. Around the sides here, we do start with some seed and some solid fertiliser, should we require it. Across the way, we've got a John Deere with the Tiger 8, is it? Trying to remember what it was. Yeah, the Tiger 8 MT from HORSCH. So let's say that's base game, FS25. Those two were added in by Giants as a mod to download, and that's why they're down as required. Because I'll be honest with you, if they weren't, the AgroVation pack would be that. So, is there as much equipment and machinery as previous versions? No. But, yeah, is what it is. So, storage stuff here. We've got a fuel point just across the way. A refillable one. Just there. It's empty at the moment, but we can put 15,000 litres of diesel in there if we want. So there's our fuel station. And again, there's plenty of room here because we can buy the land, or we own the land on New Farmer. You can put all sorts of stuff out. Again, whatever you want to do. FS25 productions, whether it's silos, modded stuff, anything out the mod tab, it's entirely up to you. We're going to whiz down there. Now that does say this is the AgroVation main silo. It's a standard crop type silo. I'm not sure what the capacity is. I would imagine it's big. But I have this with every map tour. When you've got massive silos, the time taken to fill one would be ludicrous. But it is there. It is a standard crop type silo. think I've worked out a route. We haven't got to come back out the main entrance, I don't think. We need this one here. I'm hoping some more contracts pop up as we go around, because there are some lucrative ones. Like I say, depends on... There's not a lot of fields on this map, that's the thing. It's not, you know, huge amounts. You might be a horse fan, and this, you know, this is your absolute mecca. You want to play on this. So, taking out of your silo is done here. Putting into the silo is done just past it, just there. Swing around. And go down here. Yes, this was right. This was right, I think, possibly, maybe. So this is Bramble. This is the Bramble store bales, so bales and pallets sell points. So the Bramble store, and then the Bramble store main store is just here. So we started up here at the main part of the farm. We came down this here to the silo there, and we've come across here. So there we go. There's our Bramble store bales, and it shows the pallet icon as well. And there's the Bramble store. We cut across the way here, which will take us over to Meadow Falls bales and the Meadow Falls store. There's lots of stores, I have to say, and there were on the previous versions as well. Considering it's a fairly small area. But as I said earlier, there's no productions on the map, and the thing I'm going to get to later on, when we get to it later on, I did go back, like I say, onto 22 and 19 to double check, because I thought I was going mad, and my brain reconciled it and said, well, of course not, because, and I'll explain later. So Meadow Falls bale sell point is just down the back of here. The Meadow Falls store point is around the front, so there's your bale or bale and pallet point there. Come all the way around the large building here. I seem to recall on a previous version of this, on this main road there was a gas station somewhere. That's a good point. I've just suddenly realised we've got the fuel point at the main facility there. Oh, there's not on the gas station. Curious. So Meadow Falls store sell point is there, so that's for your grains and things like that. Then just here we've got the warehouse, so the FS25 warehouse for purchasing of palleted items, whatever it may be, can be done here. If that's something you want to do, you can purchase your pallets from here. There's a couple of mods now that do that as well, but the warehouse is built in on here. Now we're going to quickly go out onto the main road. I'm not going to pull out on traffic. There's not actually a lot of traffic on here. I suppose it's way out in the countryside. We come to the main vehicle shop. So whilst we have got the vehicle workshop, this is the vehicle store. I don't know why I pointed then. I turned and pointed over towards that you can't see. At the main facility we've got the vehicle workshop. This is the vehicle shop. This is the reset point here for the map as well if you need to reset anything. And there's a vehicle workshop here as well. Yeah, I could have sworn there was a gas station on the previous version of this. So, onwards from here. And that's the frustrating thing. There's a lot of areas, elements. Did I start off saying that and I didn't finish my train of thought, did I? I was saying about the different plots you can buy, but all of these areas, whilst you can buy the main area that the horse facility's on, all these plots, we're on farmland now, I'm clicking on them, you can't buy these, you can't buy any of this up here, which is frustrating because you've got this big open area here as well. And all this stuff down here, part of this you can, but the rest of this you can't. So where you've got pre-existing sell points and things, which would be ideal locations for productions and things like that, unfortunately you can't. Now, Giants are not, you know, there are other maps and other map makers, it's a similar thing happens, and there are a lot of maps where everything is buyable. It just depends what map you're on. So, heading down here, across the map, whoa. I'm going to take a quick turning down here. Oh, actually, you know what I said about build mode? I take that back. I've just remembered one of the things that I found. It was under painting textures. There seem to be a lot more paint textures compared to the base game FS25 maps. Look, there's all this lot. There's loads. There are definitely more paint textures, I think. there are definitely more, I think. So whizzing in through the village. I'm trying to think as well. Was it 19? Whichever version it was. I'm sure there were animal pens on certain plots of land you could buy up as well. But again, I'm sure there were sheep and pigs. I seem to recall there being a pig pen around here somewhere. But again, you know, that was years ago. Years ago. So this is Oak Bridge Stores. Let me check my notes to make sure I've got that right. Yes, this is Oak Bridge Store. This doesn't have a bale point. It just has the sell point here. Like I say, it's a large open area. This big grassy bit next to it, you can't buy. It's a bit frustrating. I have to say, the lighting, the colour palette, all of it works. It has that you know, as each iteration of the game goes on. I've always said it. I think, you know, the sort of the grittiness, the realism factor. Everything seems sharper and cleaner and crisper. And I think with the lighting, and I've said this before, yes, the same as Silverrun. It's got all the FS25 bells and whistles. So with the ground deformation, with the lighting, the God rays, the mist, the fog, you know, all of that adds all those extra elements, it has it. So, David lives just here. Now, again, just to say, you can come and have a chat with David. At least well, I mean, you can, kind of. You can't open the gate. There's no option to open the gate, so you have to go through the hedge if you want to talk to him. I mean, it's a minor thing. You can go through the hedge if you want to. But again, why put a gate in if you can't open it? And then put an NPC to come and talk to that you can't come and get... I don't know. And breathe. Right. Carrying on. Just here we've got a slurry buy point. So this is the slurry manure buy points that you have at the animal dealer usually. This is a slurry buy point. It's not a storage facility or anything like that. You just go there, you can buy your slurry from here if you want. Actually, I haven't found a manure one. That's a good point. I think there's been silage clamps on various different versions, and I'm pretty sure on another version of this map you could buy this plot of farmland as well, but we can't. There's no option to buy it. So I'm sure there was a silage clamp on an earlier version. Again, anyway, like I say, it's funny, isn't it? How you go around, your brain goes, hang on a minute, I seem to recall. So, heading down to the main, I say sell points, we've already done a few sell points, haven't we? Meadow Falls and Bramble, and Oak Bridge, so we've done a few, to be fair. So, biogas plant land. Now, these all vary. You know, sometimes you have to buy the biogas plant, you get the biogas plant but not the land. Sometimes you have to buy the land, you get the land but not the biogas plant. Sometimes you buy it. You know. This one you have to buy the land to get the biogas plant icons to come up. What is good about this is, one, it's not too expensive, and two, you get all of this area here. So again, with regard to productions and stuff like that, so plot 19, 121,000, that's all. That gets you a 250 kilowatt biogas plant, and it gets you all this land. So all this land then is now available for placeables, productions, that kind of stuff. So you can set yourself up a little industrial zone if you wanted to. The biogas plant is standard crop types in, digestate out, fairly straightforward. We're coming out of here and we're coming to Sunnybank stores and Sunnybank bales. So Sunnybank store is just here. Sunnybank bales and pallets is around the back here, and then we come round to Katie. So next rant. Look, so Katie's here. Now we all know that Katie is synonymous with the animal dealer. Come and chat to her about all things animal related. But there's no animal dealer there's no animal dealer point. There's no animal dealer on the map. And so I thought, well, I suppose to be fair, this is based on the real Kněžmost in Czech Republic. So there probably isn't. That's why I went back and checked on 22. On 22, there is. In this location. And this building, look, we've even got Larson's Livestock. So we've got Katie at what was, on previous versions, the animal dealer, livestock market, and there's no animal dealer put in. There's no livestock market. And again, like I said, we came down the road and there's a slurry tank, but I haven't found a manure buy point. I don't know why. Why is there no animal dealer? Anyway, Katie's there, but I mean, I know people say, well, you don't need it. Yeah, once you purchase your animal pens, you can buy directly, but that takes away your ability to transport your animals yourself, because if you buy directly, there is a fee incurred, and some people prefer to get a livestock trailer, and over a longer period of time, they pay for themselves, generally speaking, the livestock trailers, or lease one, and you know, it can be cheaper than direct buying. So whilst, yes, once you've placed animal pens, you can direct buy, it tends to be the thing, doesn't it? An animal dealer. Anyway, yeah, there's no animal dealer. I don't know if it's still getting an update or not. I have no idea. I don't know, I'm being Debbie Downer again, and when I did it on Silver, I got clobbered in the comments and people were angry, and you know. But I don't know, it's that thing of, I know it sounds ridiculous, but you've got modders and map makers that are doing it at home in their own time, building their maps. Giants do this for a living, and Giants are saying, look, here's this free content. They should know better, shouldn't they? It should be right. And if this is like any other mod review, map tour, anything like that, don't forget the rule. If something in the map tour has annoyed you, if you're frustrated with the map or lack of something, or something is in, don't forget to dislike the video, because that's, you know, that seems to be happening quite a lot lately. People are like, oh, I'm really annoyed with that. That's really frustrating that Giants have done that. I'm going to dislike the video. Disliking the video doesn't make any difference to Giants. That just clobbers it in the algorithm for me. So if you're frustrated about the map and potentially what might be right or wrong with it, or something's missing or whatever it might be, yeah, I mean, just consider it. Just consider, you know. So U-Tree Bales is just here, and the U-Tree store is around the other side. Around here. The railway line doesn't run, it doesn't lead to anywhere, it is just here. Not disused, I don't think, but it's just, I haven't seen a train run through here, I don't think there is. No, again, I'm pretty sure, wasn't that, there was a grain mill, was it a transfer site? I can't remember now on previous version, but that's not a thing on this version. We come across the way here. We have then got Muddy Field Store, which is tucked around the back here. Unfortunately, all this land is you can't purchase. You've got kind of sidings and stuff. I have to say, I do like maps that have that, that have sidings. I like the immersion of, you know, the fact that you know, there's a rail network and stuff's been pushed into the sidings and stuff. I think that's very cool. So heading out of there and down a little bit, we're going to come to the sawmill. The sawmill, like the biogas plant, when you, I keep looking on, there's, like I say, there's not, if we look at the map, the railway comes in, runs across and goes out. There's nothing, there's not a railway as such. There's nowhere to load a train up or anything like that and send it on its way. And yeah, once you buy the sawmill, you get the land. So all of this then becomes available again for placeables, whatever it might be. That's entirely up to you. And this is a standard FS25 sawmill. So this will do your long planks, wood beams, prefab walls, those kind of things. So if we just buy it, I'll show you. Again, 114 grand, not too expensive. And there we go. There's our FS25 related things at the sawmill. So we've come through all of this bit here, all of these main bits, like I say. So these are now both owned, so you can put stuff on there if you want to. Now, coming up here, I saw this 90, and I thought, oh, okay, that's weird. That doesn't seem to be allocated to a Field. I wonder if that's the verges, the periphery. Will that buy all of these bits that will allow you to do stuff? So I clicked on it, and it buys that bit. This little strip here for 10,800. I thought, okay, maybe there's a silage clamp or something on it. So I purchased it. It's just a tiny little strip of land, and it's road with a couple of trees down the side of it. There's nothing there. I'm not quite sure why that's available to buy. It's very strange, but it's there. It's available. Should you be interested in a little strip of land with very little use to it? I'm not quite sure why. I don't know if it was supposed to be over. You can't buy the plot of land that's got the solar array. That seems to be sort of fixed. So we're coming up on it now. Just looking at the mini map down the bottom left. So we're into our green zone. So this bit here is plot 90 that we're driving through now. I don't know if it's so you can cut the trees down, maybe. If you don't want them there, potentially, I suppose it could be that. I suppose they're the only trees along this section. But I don't know if the green bit takes in all of them. But then you wouldn't want to blend these two fields together because the road runs down the middle. I'm just trying to work out in my head why. You know, it's that when any of these things happen, whenever I'm doing a map tour, I'm doing the prep. Like I said, I automatically reconciled the fact that Katie was there but there was no animal dealer, because I was thinking, well, in real life, if this is based on the real place, there probably isn't an animal dealer there. That's why I went back to check previous versions. I don't want to do anyone a disservice. I don't want to say, oh, you know, it's this, it's that, you know, and then go back and find on 22 there wasn't an animal dealer, or 19 there wasn't. That's why I double check it. So, following this road now, and the countryside is lovely. I'm sure some of this, because I think the FS22 version was revised. It was a new version of the map, and some of the stuff had changed from the 19 version. We definitely need to have fishing. You need to be able to sit with a fishing rod by the side of a lake or pond or something. Little mod that you can sit down and, you know, whether you like it was, what was that map that had the brilliant little fishing port, and you could make bait, and you could take the bait and you could go give it to there was like a fishing trawler thing, it sent it off, and then it would bring fish pallets, and it would unload fish pallets. You need something like that, a little fishing mod. You can sit by the water's edge, make some bait, put it into the little mod, sit there for however long, speed up time for an hour or whatever you want to do, and then you get little things of fish. I just think that'd be quite cool. Every water or every body of water I go past, I always think, you know, all boats. And I know on PC there's been all sorts of mods for various different things, but it'd be quite cool. Right, heading out now. We've got a turning on the left coming up. This brings us into this forested area, which is where Noah lives. So Noah's not at the sawmill. Noah is out in the forestry, out in the forest, to give you information about forestry. So if you fancy a drive all the way out, just to come out for a chat, so Noah's not all lonely on his own, you can. Just here. Here's Noah. Here he is on the map. So we started off up here. We came across and did all that. We did this, we came down there and out to Oak Bridge, came from there, past David and the slurry point, biogas plant, Sunnybank, and then, I'm going to get this right, Sunnybank, yew tree, muddy field, sawmill, and then back up, and then we came all the way out here, not there, all the way out here, to bring us to Noah. And that's the map. That is HORSCH AgroVation from Giant Software. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.